in all of the small times that I've been watching films out of my life, yeah, I've actually never heard anyone relate any type of violence on the streets or whatever
to a movie.
Exactly. It's the first time when I see it, when we do it, is when I see it being a thing. And
now let's jump straight into it. And we're looking at what's being talked about on the Halfcast Podcast this week. And it was about, does black movies incite violence or something along those lines. Now, just to make you aware, I'm actually a fan of that podcast and I do listen to it religiously. And I think, it's a good one. And if you're looking for something new, you can actually check them out. I'll link the full podcast in the description box. And then you can see whether, it's something that you like or not. But it's just something that came up during the conversation with the directors of the movie Intent, because the part 2 is out, and what came up, and that's what I want to actually discuss anyway. So here we go.
All about this film, why do you want to pull down the one little thing that you want to associate with black people? Because when the Craze movie gets made, nobody says nothing. When the Scarface gets made, nobody says nothing. When Purge is getting made, when all these other movies are getting made.
I've actually never heard, this is just me personally, but remember, bearing in mind, I'm a casual film watcher, so I say that out loud and proud, yeah. In all of the small times that I've been watching films out of my life, yeah, I've actually never heard anyone relate any type of violence on the streets or whatever
to a movie.
Exactly. It's the first time when I see it, when we do it, is when I see it being a thing.
And
look, now, this is where it becomes slightly problematic for me. Okay. Now, I do understand that Chuckie claims, like, Chuckie is the host of the podcast, and when he claims, because he's a casual movie goer, as enthused as into the music as he is, because he's more into music. Therefore, he's never probably heard that, a movie has been linked to violence on the street. And there's a lot of movies that has been linked to violence on the street, and that's not necessarily black movies. The Batman, the last one when they had the Vegas shooting was actually, linked to the movie, to the point that they said the way the guy booby trapped his home was like the Joker's way of doing things. Okay. The Matrix has been linked to, to violence. And somebody actually used it in their defense plea. And in the end, the judge has to agree that, the guy was insane. So therefore, he couldn't be charged with, murder. Okay, Twilight has also been linked to violence. This kid went to school, biting people. In a week, he had bitten like 10 people. His father claimed because of the movie Twilight, that's why he's been doing that. Now, that is neither here nor there. And to be honest, personally, I'm not interested in that part of the conversation. But, I don't like when we compare these kind of stuff. Where it's like, we're looking at, when these other group of people do this is how they're treated. When we do stuff, this is how we are treated. I don't like that idea. I don't like that way of comparing things. But one thing that I was more interested in, and that's the reason why, because he thinks, especially the director thinks it's a trivial case, because, they've actually put black people on screen. They are black directors. Why isn't that looked at as a bigger triumph? And people are more worried about the violence in the movie. Now, personally, I don't care whether there's violence in the movie or not. What I care about is the narrative of our people. You see, it's becoming a trend. It's becoming common for our people to be portrayed as gangsters, to be portrayed as pimps if you live in the US, to be portrayed as, single mothers, to be portrayed as, single fathers or irresponsible fathers, or people who just go to jail. And and look, when we are not the ones in charge of the movie, happens to us. So when we are in charge of the movies, all I'm asking for, and that's just a personal preference anyway. I'm not saying people should do it. I'm just talking about personal preference. What I'm saying is, maybe it's about time we tell the other side, the other stories of our people. Because clearly not all our people are, footballers. Not all our people are sportsmen. Not all our people are musicians. Not all our people are single parents. Not all our people are struggling to dance some way. But that's the kind of thing we get portrayed in movies or in series all the time. It's like we're always selling drugs. We're always doing something. Whether that is a reality or not, that's not the point I'm trying to make. All I'm saying is, we're still the same people with lawyers in our families or in our group of people. We're the same people with doctors. Okay, we're the same people doing other things. So why can't we portray that at some point? That's all I'm asking for. Especially when we get the chance to direct, when we get the chance to to lead a project. All I'm saying is, let's tell the other story. Like, I'm tired of seeing the same reputation of our people. Just tweaked a little bit. That's all I'm saying. Okay. Look, let's not help the narrative of our people to be one-sided or to be a one-lane issue. We are multifaceted. We have more branches. There's so many things that goes on in our community. And I'll use just one example. Okay. And that's one thing I actually liked about the Black Panther. If you ever taken time to actually, read about them. A lot of people just see them as just people who were tooting gangs and had a particular form of dressing, and they just wanted black power. One of the main things that they did was a breakfast program where they actually, put food in kids' belly every morning before these kids went to school. Because they knew that a full belly was a concentrated kid in school. And, years later, the UK had to implement a similar policy. Where the free breakfast or free food or whatever they call it in this country is. All I'm saying is, let's tell our full story, especially when we get the opportunity. If not, and we keep telling the one-sided story, whether we get opportunity or other people get opportunity to tell our stories, then it becomes difficult for the people that do not know us, the people that do not come across us on a daily basis, to actually see us as the way the media portrays us. And that's one of the biggest issues we keep fighting, whether it's here in the UK, back home in Africa, or in the US, or anywhere else that black people find themselves. It's no wonder we can walk on the streets, and if you're an African especially, somebody can go, do you live on trees? Do you have a zebra in your backyard, or do you have a lion as a pet? That's how we keep getting these stupid questions asked about us, because we never get an opportunity to tell the other side. We never get an opportunity to tell our own narrative. And even when we do the stereotypical thing that already fits into the narrative that's already out there about people. And I'm saying it's about time maybe we tell the other side as well. Whether we have to scrap all the other ones is not what I'm talking about. All I'm saying is, let's talk about the other side as well. Anyway, let me know in the comment section whether you agree or not. And also, please do not forget to subscribe, share, comment, and let's help support this channel. Peace.